family. You guys really need to tune in when they start their show live on X. So you guys are gonna have to definitely tune in to that. Get some good words, get some good vibes, get some good music. It's something that the whole entire family can enjoy, you know.
And the cold for the Bible, that's about to every knee shall bow and every tongue shall confess
that He is Lord.
So you can act like this ain't what you need to be by, but I promise you live not even be here tomorrow. Understanding that's real talk, man. For real. That's dabbing on the real. If you don't know what it means, that's what it is. We always touching on the real.
Yeah.
Ain't with the devil, and everybody in that big old mega church ain't with God.
Church.
So look. January 2019, we are about to have our what would we call that? Our sponsors fundraiser.
Sponsorship drive.
Yeah, sponsorship drive. So what that means is,
if you love what DOTR is doing, show some support.
Show some support. So if you go on www.dotr.info, they got a big old, I told Jay, make the button big. It say donate. Donate to keep us on the air. This is our 10th show. We trying to do 1,000. You hear me? And most definitely, if you follow us, you see what we doing. We ain't out here buying new J's. We out here helping the children. You understand what I'm saying? But if I'm just saying. But real talk. Listen. Man, we gonna turn up this whole month, and there will be a specific day where we want all of our followers, our fans, our friends, our loved ones to call in, to send your links, to do whatever to support.
Action 1, doing it for the culture.
You know what time it is? Dabbing on the real, dabbing on the real, dabbing on the real, so we dabbing on the real, dabbing on it, dabbing on it, dabbing on it, dabbing on it, dabbing on the real, dabbing on the real, you dabbing on the real, so we dabbing on the real, dabbing on it, dabbing on it, dabbing on it, dabbing on it, dabbing on the real. Dabbing on the real, dabbing on the real, say we dabbing on the real. Dabbing on the real with Jay dabbing so real. That mean we touching on the real, telling it how it is. Catch us at noon, Saturday's when it is. Hottest hip hop plus gospel business in the mix, telling the truth. Out here reaching the old as well as the youth. Pull up for a second, now give us an hour. Chopping game on the real, receiving glory and power. Pull up for a second, now give us an hour. Chopping game on the real, receiving glory and power. Cause we dabbing on the real, dabbing on the real, dabbing on the real. Say we dabbing on the real, we dabbing on it, dabbing on it, dabbing on it, dabbing on it, dabbing on the real, we dabbing on the real, you dabbing on the real. Say we dabbing on the real, we dabbing on it, dabbing on it, dabbing on it, dabbing on it, dabbing on the real, we dabbing on the real, dabbing on the real. Say we dabbing on the real. Let's go. dabbing on it, dabbing on it, dabbing on the real, dabbing on the real, you dabbing on the real, it's like we dabbing on the real, dabbing on it, dabbing on it, dabbing on it, dabbing on it, dabbing on the real, we dabbing on the real, dabbing on the real, it's like we dabbing on the real,
dabbing on the real with Jay dabbing so real, and then we touching on the real, telling it how it is. Catch us at noon, Saturday's when it is. Hottest hip hop plus gospel business in the mix, telling the truth. Out here reaching the old as well as the youth. Pull up for a second, now give us an hour. Chopping game on the real, receiving glory and power. Pull up for a second, now give us an hour. Chopping game on the real, receiving glory and power.
cause we dabbing on the real, dabbing on the real, dabbing on the real, say we dabbing on the real, we dabbing on it, dabbing on it, dabbing on it, dabbing on it, dabbing on the real, we dabbing on the real, you dabbing on the real, say we dabbing on the real, we dabbing on it, dabbing on it, dabbing on it, dabbing on it, dabbing on the real, we dabbing on the real, dabbing on the real, say we dabbing on the real.
Let's go. Saturdays at noon. Hottest podcast this side of 2018. Dabbing on the real with your host, Jay Dabn So Real. Come on, y'all.
Good afternoon, good afternoon. You know, relax. So today I plan on being real honest and get into the mix. I hope y'all stay. I hope y'all stay to watch. I hope y'all join in on the comments. Today's topic will be swallowing your pride. William, what do you say about swallowing your pride?
Man, listen. What's up once again, man? It's your boy So Real. Excuse the raspiness. I am a little tired, but I'm here. I'm most definitely here. And to answer your question, swallowing my pride, most definitely as a man of God, I would say to sum it all up is to remain humble at all times, because it is hard sometimes to swallow your pride. And today,
play that game, you know, you gonna get me, guess what, I'm about to get you back. I was that type of girl, you know. I didn't let things just go as easily as I do now, you know. But you know, over time and with growth, that has changed. And you know, also with the Holy Spirit convicting me when, you know, not to speak to understand. See, I had to understand that you're no longer dealing with people. You're dealing with spirits. So it's a spirit that's attacking you, not necessarily or quite that person, you know. So I had to understand and fully understand that, you know, and it made me more compassion, allowed me to have more compassion for people. So yeah, that's what I would say. You know, you have to be humble. You have to have humanity and all that.
No, for real. Listen, you see, y'all don't understand, like, cause I understand what Molly B is talking about today. But before we got here, we actually hooked up and went and had breakfast this morning, and just kind of talking about the day and everything like that. And let me show you how busy the enemy is. So I called her and I was like, hey, you know, what's up? Y'all want to grab some breakfast, you know, so we can kind of figure out what we're gonna do today. Realizing Jay wasn't gonna be able to make it. And let me tell you, as soon as we walked into the restaurant or to the eatery, I mean, man, the devil was there. I mean, it was crazy. I don't know if I should necessarily get it. You know what? I got time. Let me tell you the whole situation. Because, you know, on the cool, it ran me hot. I mean, like, I was hot. Your boy was hot.
For him to speak on it,
yeah, I was hot. So what happened was, so we were actually in line, and for those of you that have ever eaten at Frank's, shout out Frank's, man, one of the best breakfast spots, man, on the south side, for real. Yeah, so anyway, we were at Frank's, and we were actually waiting to get in. We were in the old Frank's, you know. I don't really like the new Frank's, so you know how small it is in there. And, I mean, everybody's jammed at the door, so we were actually waiting to be seated at the bar. We wasn't trying to be long. We know we had a big day ahead of us. And so a lady came in, and she was just blatantly, like, demanding the seat. I mean, first of all, she walked right in front of us like we wasn't in line. Then she was trying to tell us, oh, hey, my husband, my friend finna sit right here. Can you? She was telling Molly to move her son down.
You know, like as if she was about to grab her son and just move that boy to the side.
Yeah.
So, you know, and so that right there kind of had me in my body, you know, and I wanted to say something, but I didn't. But let me tell you, I'm not going to lie. I allowed the flesh to get the best of me because even though I didn't say anything, my ears were listening and they were itching, waiting on something to be said that would be out of line that I would address it. But you know what? I thank God because he knew exactly what I needed in that moment. And I noticed Molly sat down, her son sat down, everybody was sitting, they were quiet. I was still standing there kind of in my body. And I was like, okay, let me go and sit down. And while we were sitting, you could still hear the shoe shoeing 3-4 seats over. And it took me a minute before I even started eating because I was like, literally, I just wanted to be like, man, can y'all put a name on that? Who y'all talking about? What y'all talking about?
That's that South Side.
Yeah, and I was really tripping, you know, but I thank God that I didn't allow anything to come out of my mouth. And believe it or not, I didn't even think nothing evil. I wasn't trying to do nothing. I wasn't trying to fight nobody or nothing like that, you know. But just in there, and that's where this topic came from because we were just sitting there talking about it. Like, man, it's you know, we have to remember that we are children of God, that we have to walk in this light because the world is always looking. And so when we walking in this light, we have to realize that we have to walk differently from the way the world does. We have to carry ourselves differently from the way the world does.
Exactly.
Even in situations like that, because I mean, in the past, some of us might have, you know, we'd have gotten our body, been ready to say something and read somebody, and me and Molly and everybody else probably would have been that boy throwing dishes and everything, you know.
And the fact that she wasn't really quiet, we're not going to spend too long on this subject, but the fact that she wasn't really quite telling me to move, it was more of my son telling my son to get up. So, you know, that put me in between a rock and a hard place. So, you know, I had to let it be known, baby, I'm child of God, you know, so you're not attacking me. I know, you know, just kind of cross the line a little bit. I tried to cross the line.
So I tell you what, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take this break real quick. Y'all check out this first song, my boy Bizzle, Way Up.
Too religious. Drake drop guy playing, you were with it, now you looking too suspicious. I am blessed, never had luck, you a tad much superstitious. You ain't the man, bruh, cause you pick a bag up, boy, what you doing with it? Stack up and you be coolin' minute, get your handcuffs and you get through in prison. It's the last something you can have, somewhere you can pass up and you can do the dishes. Homie, I ain't never changed up, been the same since day one. When I came in the game, rippin' shade, a renegade, still the same, ain't budge. Then I win the game, same love, they play dumb and ain't say much. You tell me who the gangster, yeah.
Daddy, let me loose. They gotta move. Bishop with the burner, baby. I got the juice. They hating on my team, cause we the truth. Won't he do it? And we the proof. We gon' take them way, 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 way up. We gon' take them way, 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 way up. We gon' take them way, 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 way up. We gon' take them way, 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 way up.
Yeah. First drop, they were like, Biz, who are you, boy? Get your name up. Try to hold me down, but you know me now. Look at God, I done came up. They were looking for the sauce, I was cooking for the boss. Now I'm A1. Try to keep us out the game. We gon' make it so the game gotta change up. Show love to the haters, ayy. Then tell them where it came from.
Now I lay me down to sleep, I pray to Lord my Father keep. I am yours and you're with me, he told my chains and now I'm free. Now I lay me down to sleep. I pray to Lord my soul to keep. I am yours and you're with me. He took my chains and now I'm free. Took the chains and broke it all. I was Saul and now I'm Paul. I feel so strong I break a wall. With my diamond and knees will fall. Slam dunk, not playing ball. And one, I hear the call. I am one cause I stood tall. Man one cause the demon lost. With the cross I got the sauce. I'm not the boss, it's not my loss. Jesus is, he paid the cost. The line is real, there's no crisscross. Elevate your life, it's time to elevate. And Christ is trying to celebrate the time cause Jesus is coming. Oh my, oh my, oh my. I can see it in the sky with every hand lifted out, with every tear in every eye. Be proud, don't be shy, it's time to live, not to die. He is Christ, not just a guy. The King of Kings is standing by. The Lord, I'm fighting for. The Lord, I'm dying for. The Lord, I'm crying for. The Lord, I need you more. In a drop of rain will pour, but I need to fly, you help me soar. Touchdown, you help me score. Lord, I wanted more. 828, you bless this town. Holy ground on holy ground. Satan won't make a sound. I'm a golden gate and holy bound. Shooting all the holy rounds. Having all the holy sounds. All the evil pounds. It's holy food, I eat it now. I lay me down to sleep. I pray to Lord my soul to keep. I am yours and you're with me. He took my chains and now I'm free. Now I lay me down to sleep. I pray to Lord my soul to keep. I am yours and you're with me. He took my chains and now I'm free.
Showing me who I'm made to be. Purpose guaranteed like it's A to Z. God has helped me see who you truly be.
It's a beautiful day and the sun is shining on me. I don't have a worry in the world, no, I'm carrying. Rent is paid and my car note too. I got a couple extra dollars and I'm gon' cruise. Yeah, I'm gon' cruise. I got a couple extra dollars and I'm gon' cruise.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Feels like I'm standing on the edge, and they trying to push me over. Please be patient with me, 'cause I'm a work in progress. You see, I'm trying to do the right thing, and trouble just keeps on pressing me. 'Cause I'm a work in progress. He without sin, yeah, it's the first song. You can judge me if you want to. Maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong. Oh, get myself together, and the world won't let me live it down. I tried to do it myself, but I just couldn't figure it out. Then I got Jesus in my life, and he washed away all my sins. He put me out of all of my mess. Now they trying to push me back in. Feels like I'm standing on the edge, and they trying to push me over.
Yeah. Your boy J Dabn. About to let you know about my side chick. That's right, I said it. Your boy got a side chick, man. Stop looking at me like that. I'm only being real with you. So I'm gonna let you know how she hold me down.
Hey, what's up once again? I appreciate you all for tuning in. I am your boy, So Real. And of course, I'm sitting next to the one and the only lovely, Dabn sanctified and anointed, Molly B. What's up, Molly B? A proud swallow.
Yeah, he was. Dabbing on the real. Dabbing on the real. Dabbing on the real.
Yes, amen. See, even now, Even now, so Real be having to swallow his pride. You feel what I'm saying? But that's okay. Because let me tell you, you know, to be honest with you, I just want you all to know that it's not just a one-time thing. I mean, the enemy comes to steal, kill, and destroy. So, I mean, you swallowing your pride is actually, it's biblical because, you know, the Bible says, submit yourself unto God, resist the devil, and he will flee. And that's even with humility, because a lot of times we feel like we got to get the last word in. We feel like we got to say what's on our mind. We got to read people, this, that, and the other. But see, Christ tells us to do something different. Because let me tell you, if we had handled that situation any other way, the show probably wouldn't be here today.
Yeah.
No, for real. Well, this afternoon, I'm going to say that.
Well, Bree says sometimes people try to cross you when you always taking the high road, and I feel like that's so true. It's like when you're doing good, is when people try to test you the most. But you know what? One thing I have learned, I used to work at Papa's. I used to work in the drive-thru window. I was cold-blooded. I'm talking about I'm shooting them, boy. I was cold, but I realized when I would go in and I would pray, God, give me patience, give me patience. He gonna send about 10 of them people that's gonna try to test your patience. But in order to receive that patience, you have to be able to pass that test. That's right. You know,
put in the
in
work.
order to receive that certificate, you got to pass that test. So you know, you got to be careful what you ask for. Guess what? He's gonna send you exactly what you asked for, but you got to be able to pass that test. It's not just, I'm not just gonna, you know, I'm gonna give you peace. But in another thing I wanted to speak on, as far as when people ask, you know, and they pray for peace, I had to realize the hard way that peace is not quietness. Peace is not just silence. Peace is not that. Peace is when it's you in the middle of chaos. It's a war going on around you. You able to still be humble. You able to still think. You able to still have a sound mind and to have a just attitude as far as, you know, you can see both sides of the story. You can see what's going on. You're not just taking sides because one is closer than the other, you know. So you got to really be careful what you pray for. You know?
Most definitely. I'm trying to tell you. And I can agree to that. You know what? A long time ago, my father actually told me that he was like, he said, be careful what you pray for because God will give you just that. But the thing of it is, a lot of times we want it the way that we envision it is supposed to be given to us.
Yeah.
You know, like you say, you pray for peace, but then you wonder why you always going through all this chaos, because he's building you. That is a training ground.
Yeah.
So that way you get, in other words, you get so used to the chaos, you begin to ignore it because God has given you this peace. He has allowed you to focus on something that is more important, something that takes your mind away from that. Because remember this, the story of the storm. When everybody was up top on the boat tripping, Jesus was down on the bottom sleep. He was asleep. And guess what? We're called to be imitators of Christ. So in the midst of a storm, instead of panicking, you should be somewhere resting.
Yes.
You should be somewhere resting.
Resting in Him, resting and believing that He will make a way.
He will make a way
out of it.
Most definitely. I mean, and it's true, and it's truly a blessing even for us to be here today. I mean, with just with the show and everything like that. And I just want to thank all of the sponsors. Most definitely, I want to thank IMF Media. I want to thank Destiny Shine Records. Most definitely want to thank Action One Media. Most definitely want to thank Get Bodied by the one and only Molly B. As she say, gonna have you bodied. Snatched. Man, no, for real. And I just want to thank everybody for tuning in faithfully. This is show number 13.
Yes.
That's big. No, I'm sorry. Number 14. Engineers say 14. Okay. So this is show number 14. I just been MIA. You know, and truly that is a blessing. I just want to explain that a little bit to everyone. Of course, you know, your boy busy up and down on this highway, man, trying to get it in. God has most definitely blessed me with an opportunity to provide for my family and whatnot. And so I just want y'all to keep me lifted up in your prayers. I most definitely want you to keep my boy J-Dab in your prayers. He's handling his business right now. He's still feeling a little sick. And most definitely, I want you to keep this whole panel in your prayers. You know, most definitely, I want you to be praying for Molly B as she continues to go to school. She is most definitely. Now, you talk about swallowing your pride. Molly B is actually a teacher / counselor in the making. She is actually in school. And let me tell you, you dealing with them little babies and them parents.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, man. You done sent that baby up here with no socks on. You said, I mean, I ain't gonna go there,
I mean,
but I'm.
it's,
Yeah,
that's
come
not
on, man.
even
Come on.
the hard part. I mean, because it's a passion of mine. I don't see the challenging. I guess the challenge would be kind of just waking up early, and trying to stay up during nap time. But I truly enjoy and love my job. I truly enjoy working with the babies and kids and toddlers of all ages. I truly do, So I thank God for allowing doors to be open. To me, almost seem like a connect the dot. He has been connecting dots in my life and connecting opportunities,
Amen.
to where
Amen.
I can further, push forward into my passion, into my purpose,
Amen. Amen. So let me ask you this. So with that, let's stay right there for a minute. You say you pushing into your passion, into your purpose. So with that, how does like the topic for the day, swallowing your pride, how do you feel like at times when because you say being at the school with the kids is a passion, so it's not really a thing of swallowing your pride there, but what about when you at school, you can't find parking, or when the financial aid is slow and this, that, and the other. So for that young person, that young lady that is out there right now that is dealing with some of the same things that you're dealing with, what is some advice you can give her as far as swallowing her pride, how to deal with these situations?
What I would say this, one thing that always comes into my spirit, always, no matter what I'm facing, is I can do all things through Christ who strengthened me.
Okay.
That really speaks to me each and every day throughout the day. Sometimes, multiple times throughout the day. So I keep that, at the forefront of my thoughts in my mind. That and of course on my heart. I can do all things through Christ. So when I am faced with a challenge, I just remind myself of that. Okay, and also all things work together for the good. He didn't say all things would be good, but he did say all things work together for the good. So sometimes you're gonna have to jump over hurdles. Yeah.
Amen. Amen.
Jump over hurdles and to make a way. So I'm truly thankful just to still be here, to be able to become a speaker for young women, and that's another thing. I truly enjoy counseling people and just talking to people, not getting into people's business, because that's not. I'm not here to get into your business, but I'm here to show you a different route. I'm here to show you a different route. I wish I had that. I wish I had that motivation when I was younger, when I was in the streets and when I was doing my thing. I wish I would have had that, but I didn't. I had to learn the hard way. And plus, I was hard-headed. I was very hard-headed. I was the type of person like, okay, I understand you said that stove is hot, but to me, it look a little cold. Your hot might not be my hot, so guess what? I'm going to go ahead and go touch it. And I was that person. So, I put my head, a lot, but I'm just thankful that I'm still here. And I'm still moving, I'm still going.
Well, that's what's up. What for me, I'm going to tell you this. Swallow my pride has been an ongoing thing throughout my life. A lot of you know my story. And I was not the one to swallow my pride. I didn't know how to swallow my pride. I said what I said. I was the one, like I tell people, I was the one, you got to hit me in my mouth. You got to show me. Because, all that other stuff, I mean, that's just how I was brought up. But, that's one of the things that I thank God for, because in that, God has allowed me to be able to minister to people that have gone down that road and to tell them how important it is to swallow your pride. Because let me tell you, it's a lot of men locked up right now wish they could have swallowed their pride. Yes. It's a lot of mothers done buried their babies, wish that baby boy, that baby girl could have swallowed their pride. It's a lot of marriages that could still be going strong if one or the other had swallowed their pride. It's a lot of business. Let me tell you, I lost a job one time for not swallowing my pride. Man, that man talked crazy to me, and I'm talking about I got off that forklift, and I called that man everything but a child of God. You hear me? And I'm talking about they fired me, and I went in there, boy, like, what did I do wrong?
That's all. That seems to always be
for real. And that's the thing, I mean, like, you know what? To be on a more lighter note about swallowing pride, let me tell you. For those of you that know, man, I love Houston. I love my city. I don't rep no team but them Texans. But guess what? But because they lost, I swallowed my pride and I put on this Patriots hoodie today. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I ain't tripping, because they are my number 2 team, but I was not going to do that. But so I'm just saying that for anybody that happens to notice I have on a Patriots hoodie, I'm just saying I had to swallow my pride. and congratulate the teams that are in the Super Bowl, regardless of what the referees did, regardless of what happened. You know, and I mean that, and I'm just saying that to say that this topic is a lot broader than what we think.
Yeah.
It's not just always in an aggressive manner. You know, I mean, swallowing your pride could be something as simple as a couple deciding on what they're going to eat, or, you know, a husband saying, you know what, okay, it's not about me, it's about my wife. You know what I'm saying? Or that father who don't pay his child support, who don't take care of his business. Bro, swallow your pride, man, and take care of your business.
So do you believe that men are more prideful than women?
I'm not. You know what? I ain't gonna even touch that one. Because let me tell you, I could say no. I could say no. Because see, men, we're not, it's not that we're prideful. We have egos. We're somewhat egotistical in a sense. We wear it on our chest.
Yeah.
Women are prideful for real. Let me tell you. But see, y'all call it catty.
I mean, I don't.
World Star,
consider it
look,
that.
World Star was born because of women not wanting to swallow their pride. I'm just saying. You know how many tracks I done seen in the street of women don't want to swallow their pride? Huh? Yes. What do you tell me? What do y'all think?
I mean, me personally, I don't believe. I believe that men are more prideful. You know, because you may be feeling like, okay, I'm coming off as just this person or so and so, but it could be coming off as very prideful. So from my experience,
that's what you're saying, basically cocky.
Basically,
okay.
yeah, very cocky, you know, and prideful, you know.
Oh, okay.
And to those that don't know, pride is a sin, you know. Being prideful is a sin.
Very much so.
Yeah, I don't know.
What'd you say?
So real, would you like to?
Okay. See, I'm telling you, I'm still swallowing my pride. I'm still swallowing my pride. For those of you that know, you'll catch it. You'll catch it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
would you like to, speak on,
I mean, what, for men?
Well, not really quite that, but just how it's a sin.
Oh,
to
yeah,
those
most
that
definitely.
don't understand how it can be in a sinful manner. How you can,
because I mean, pride is a sin because I mean because it is a selfish act. It's about you, and anytime you make any situation about you and not about Christ, then and the thing about with pride, because I mean the thing of it is this. Let me tell y'all. Matter of fact, me and Molly were speaking about this earlier. The thing about pride. Jesus, of anybody, had something to brag about. He most definitely can be proud. He most definitely can have that kind of pride that a lot of us try to run around here with. But you know what? He humbled himself and he hung on that cross. He took them nails. He took that lick for us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And when they told him, when Pontius Pilate, he say, are you the king of the Jews? He say, what do you say? You know, and then now if that would have been one of us, if somebody would have ran down on you, man, what set you from? Who you are?
I love when he repeated over and over, I am who I am, you know.
Hey, man.
Basically, I'm not about to get into details. Just know I am.
I am who I am.
I am.
And see, that is the key. That is the key with us as believers. You have to be assured of who you are. You have to be assured of whose you are.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing. A lot of us, we think we know who we are, but then you don't understand whose you are. See, if I no longer belong to myself, I never did. You know what I'm saying? You know, so the thing of it is,
belonging to this world, basically.
Either belonging to this world or belonging to God. So if I know that I belong to God, then there's a certain way I have to carry myself. The Bible's called us, we are ambassadors, meaning we represent Christ everywhere we go. So there are going to be times that you're going to want to feel like you got something to say, but you got to swallow your pride and not say nothing. Let me tell you, there have been times when Joy be having that light in my eyes in here, and that's why I got these glasses on, but I had to swallow my pride. I had to move that light to the side and all that. Get what? She put it back on every Saturday, and I swallow my pride, and I don't put on blast. I'm just saying.
Until now.
Yeah, I'm just saying. See, swallowing your pride.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. And we all get along. Look, see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No,
well,
I'm
you
just
know, that subject can be, talked about for a long time, and it could be spoke on in many different ways. But, I feel like the bottom line is, sometimes you got to swallow your pride. Sometimes you most of the time, really all of the times you got to, when it comes to that point where you feel like, okay, I'm being tested.
Yeah.
Go ahead and just swallow your pride, you know.
I mean, you know what, not to cut you off, man, I'm going to let you finish that, but even when you're doing good, Even when you doing good, a prime example, like a lot of times when football players or when teams when they win, they celebrate. And now it's kind of like a penalty if you over what they call it, like if you over celebrate.
If you do,
because that because we know that offends other people.
Yeah.
And so sometimes you have to be mindful,
That's
you know,
good.
of how you celebrate even in your victories, because that can become a sense of pride. That's what got David in trouble when he did the census of all his people, and he was like, he said, "Look at my kingdom. Look, let me count all my people."
Yeah.
And God said, "Who are you?" And struck down 70,000 of his soldiers. You know, so that's the thing about it. We have to be mindful. There's nothing wrong with being proud
of your accomplishments.
Yes,
you know,
but understand. Wait, you know what? Can I share? I flunked my test the other day. Okay, so for those of you that know, I've been trying to get this CDL thing did, and man, I got cocky. I ran up in that boy. Oh yeah, I'm finna knock this out. Man, this ain't nothing. Man, I went right in that one time. 30 seconds later, I come from over. I had failed that boy. You hear me? And then guess what? God humbled me, and I went back. I prayed, went back the next day, and I passed that test. But you know what? But I understand the conviction in that, because what happened was God was dealing with me on that. But you better not be laughing at me because I failed my test for real. Because you might need a CDL drive for your security company. But that's what I'm saying though. I mean, you know, we just have to be mindful. And again, there's nothing wrong with being proud of accomplishing nothing. I mean, man, you graduate college, you know your child doing something good, man, you most definitely supposed to celebrate it. But there's a difference. It's celebrating.
I guess it's how you celebrate.
Exactly.
You know.
Yeah. Or is that what they call it? What y'all say? Putting it in their face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stunting on them. That's what we call it. Stunting on them. Sometimes we do too much stunting. You know, and I think I had a little, you know, around income tax time.
You did.
Around income tax time, sometimes, you know.
Who don't?
Who don't? You know, I used to get very prideful and, you know, call in and work 3 or 4 days more than I supposed to. You know, I don't want no McDonald's no more, baby. Take me to the, you know.
Oh, you all up in state 48, huh? Playing
yeah,
games, man.
You know.
I'm saying, living like Bill Gates for 2 weeks. Hey, man, listen. But that's the thing about it with us, with this pride. And believe it or not, the Bible says, my people perish for lack of knowledge.
Yeah.
Because you don't know no better, you don't do no better.
Yeah. And it wasn't until I got into Christ the Holy Spirit started convicting me of some things, you know. Just by even posting, okay, I got a new job. I was like, nah, I don't even want to post that. Like, he was convicting me in, you know, in certain areas that I felt or thought was normal. You know, I thought, hey, everybody do it, but I realized, you know, I'm not.
I think for that,
like everyone.
In the conviction for that, for you, and I'm not saying what God was trying to tell you, but for me, it was just that, you know, everybody not going to receive your blessings and lessons.
Yeah.
Some people going to hate on you, you know.
Some people going to think you putting it in their face, like you bragging.
Everybody not going to celebrate with you. Yeah. Everybody not going to celebrate.
And that's what I had to realize the hard way. So now, you know, boom, you see me on, you know, I don't too much get into details. I don't too much post my business or my issues.
Not too much. Amen. And that's a good, and that is a good thing, because let me tell you, everybody know me, I have a big stickler for that, man. I don't believe in putting all your business on social media.
Yeah.
I think that's a pride thing too. What do you think?
It is, but not only is it a pride thing, it's the feeling of, man, I gotta catch up with everybody else, because they looking for me. People, you know, man, what so-and-so been doing? Let me go to her page. Still doing the same thing, you know, but so it's a sense of, man, I gotta do something new. I gotta do something different. I gotta show the world who I am, you know. So I got up out of that. I got all the way up out of that. I don't care if I am who I am. Amen.
That's what Christ said. I am who I am.
And I am who you say I am. I can be that. I don't mind being that. You know, I feel like once I put my pride to the side, I'm not trying to go correct people for saying what they, you know, how they feel. Yeah, basically, I'm not correcting no one no more. You feel how you feel. You say what you want to say. Because at the end of the day, I'ma still receive my blessings. It's not gonna stop. You know, I'ma still continue on this walk. I'ma still go to school, and I'ma still, you know, go to work. I'ma still be a mother, and you know.
Amen. Amen. So with your son.
Yeah.
So with your son, with this, we're just touching on this, putting your pride to the side.
Mm-hmm.
When you buy him nice clothes and whatever, when you do things for him, how do you explain to him about putting it in other kids' face?
I tell him not to do it, for the simple fact, you never know what someone else has going on, because of course the kids don't buy the clothes the parents do. So you never know what that little boy or little girl parent might be going through at the time. So I'm trying to, you know, teach him at a young age to be humble. You know, I take him out in the separate room and I say, hey, this is your stuff. Now this is what I need you to do and this is what I need you not to do. Don't put it in no one's face. Don't go running through the house. Look what I got. Even if you got a piece of candy, eat it, throw it away. Just, you know, it's teaching him at an early age to just be humble, you know, and to remain humble, you know. And I know he will have his challenges, but, you know, we will handle that when it comes. So.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So once again, you know, we are talking about putting your pride to the side. We about to take a quick break, and we'll be right back with that J-Dab one on the side.
Try to be the best if I'm broke, I can't rest. So everybody wants success, I'm paying the price for it. My success, not in Christ, tell me what he died for. I tell you won't write me, and politicking with politicians, ain't no way we can win. Making deals under tables, just increase dividend. Success like spitting in the wind, you better release at the right time, and focus on what you want and be prepared to run. Been on the wrong timeline, watching currency T. Missed your chance to advance and count your own currency. Ain't nothing in this life free, well salvation is it. Steady judging hypocrites being rolled out the script. Put your mind on what you want and avoid that nonsense. Success is hard work, so please don't forfeit success. Road to success, try to be the best. If I'm broke, I can't rest. Road to success, never settle for less. Try to be the best. If I'm broke, I can't rest. Success produces regrets, cause everybody start hating. As long as you was down, they say they pray that you make it. And the places it'll take ain't just round the block. Hustle hard, pray hard, and you'll make it to the top. Being on top is all good, but what if you on the wrong mountain? Living lavishly, but in Christ you start doubting. Ain't nothing wrong with being known, cause it's hell when you off. Facing eternal damnation, can't you see you the lost? I paid the cost to be the boss, that APR was sky high. When you always in lack, just want a piece of the pie. Apple berry or cherry, the taste don't even matter. From a place where dreams shatter and the rich get fatter. Steady trying to climb the ladder, doggies grabs in the bucket. The mindset stuck on nothing, but I'm trying to get something to be successful in this mindset. When we strategize, prioritize. About my side chick. That's right, I said it. Your boy got a side chick, man. Stop looking at me like that. I'm only being real with you. So I'm gonna let you know how she hold me down and how she hold me up. And that's why she got me.
She's my one on the side. Can't let her go. She's on the right. She's all I know. Parties all the time. She likes to party. But she sticks by my side. I know you see her. Yeah, you see my one on the side. I know you see her. Yeah, you see my one on the side. You wanna know me, you never see her. Don't wanna die.
It tripped them out when they found out I had a chick on the side. But everybody needs somebody that's gonna hold them down and just ride. We ain't playing games, we in this lane. It's full throttle on the gas. We made a vow before the Lord, this thing here gon' last. I took her name and I gave her mine. I put a ring on my dime. We rockin' strong, we rockin' long. She's the one on the side. She's my bride, my ride or die, and I'm riding with her for life. Try to take her from me, and I promise y'all, your boy gon' do life. She done sacrificed, she done rolled the nights when everything wasn't all good. She done prayed for me, she done stayed for me, she was made for me, for me. I sealed the deal when I made her mine, and her love is always on time. If it's a crime, I'm down for mine, and I'm ready to do that time. Hey.
Can't let her go. She's on the right. She's all I know. Parties all the time. She likes to party. But she sticks by my side. I know you see her. Yeah, you see my one on the side.
Everybody say, get in the action.
Get in the action.
What he dabbing on him? Okay.
Get into action. Yo, we in here dabbing on the real. Y'all stay tuned. More to come. Action One Media Group. It's time to get into action, man. For real.
In your face.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Feels like I'm standing on the edge, and they trying to push me over. Please be patient with me, 'cause I'm a work in progress. You see, I'm trying to do the right thing, and trouble just keeps on pressing me. 'Cause I'm a work in progress. He without sin, yeah, it's the first song. You can judge me if you want to. Maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong, oh, but I'm trying to get myself together, and the world won't let me live it down. I tried to do it myself, but I just couldn't figure it out. Then I got Jesus in my and he washed away all my sins. He put me out of all of my mess. Now they trying to push me back in. Feels like I'm standing on the edge, and they trying to push me over.
Yeah. Boy, J Dab. About to let you know about my side chick. That's right, I said it.
Once again, it's your boy So Real, you know, Southside Holy One. And I'm sitting next to the one, the only, the beautiful, the sanctified, the anointed, the called, all of that.
All glory to God. All glory to God. My name is Molly B. All glory.
Yes. She just got so many titles. I mean, she is truly a hustler of hustlers. Most definitely. I mean, God has opened so many doors for this young lady. I've been knowing Molly for a little while, and what I've seen God has truly done. Yes. Truly, this is an example of swallowing your pride, because she humbled herself and she came in, and there were opportunities for her here. And when I first interviewed Molly, she was like, well, I don't really know if I'm gonna be ready for this because of this and because of that. But I knew she had a personality, but just she didn't come off cocky. And when there were opportunities for her to speak, she wouldn't speak, but she listened and she took notes. Yeah. And let me tell you, and that says a lot.
You know, for me, I truly believe in being a follower before you can lead, but it's about who you follow, you know. So I had to learn some things before I'm able to get on here and really teach and really open up. I wanted to know where I fit in and what part of it like really spoke to me, or where did I feel like I needed to be at the time, you know. So for me, it wasn't just about coming in and taking over. Oh my God, I'm on, you know. It wasn't about that. It was about, okay, this is an opportunity. Don't mess it up. Don't mess it up. Don't let your pride get in the way. Don't mess it up. You know, remain humble, you know, and remember that, you know, you was brought here for a reason, you know, and I truly hope that I am touching someone, even if it's one person a day, one person a show. I'm blessed by that. I just hope that I am showing some young kids that, you know, you are able to do whatever you want to do. And at the same time, I have my niece in the building, Samaria. So it was truly an honor to be able to bring her, and she is ready. She is so ready. Like she already got her name written down and everything, you know. So I know she would enjoy this. So, you know, I'm gonna try to make it a habit as far as bringing her and
hold on, let me hear,
just kind of showing her.
Let me hear y'all playing. Listen, Samaria has a business card
already. Yeah, she took one of them cards in the office and made her business.
Yeah, she got her business card.
Studio.com. Go and follow her.
Yeah, at studio.com. Don't get it twisted.
Studio.com. Yeah. She's ready, you know. So it was, like I said, it was on my spirit to bring her, to show her just, you know, this type of environment, you know, and yeah.
That's what the Bible says. The Bible says train them up in the way that they should go.
Train them up. So, you know, I'm thankful that I'm able to, you know,
And that is dope because let me tell you something, Molly. It's young women like you or people in general. I don't want to just genderize right now, but there are so many people out there that are needing true role models. You know, me and J-Dab got together, and I jumped on board when he started doing I Am Available, which is a mentoring program. And you know, first time I went out to speak at Black J Elementary, it was so many of them kids that was looking up to you, boy. I mean, and I could tell they were just riding off of every word that I said, and the kids was just tripping. They was blowing my mind because I went there and I didn't really know what I was gonna talk about. I had prayed about it, and God had gave me something to touch on. And the fact that they remembered that and they blessed me. I mean, they actually gave me a watch and everything for coming out there, man, the kids. And that was dope, you know. And so that just was a reminder to me that I knew I was on the right track. And so I'm just telling you, Molly B, I know God has a lot for you. He has a lot in store for you. I want you to keep doing what you're doing. I pray that your followers, your fans, your friends, your supporters, I pray that they stay connected.
And the spectators.
Yeah, and the spectators, most
we
definitely.
Need y'all. Yeah. We need the haters. I'm truly thankful for my haters or the ones that just want to come and watch. I'm truly thankful for y'all because if it wasn't for Judas, Jesus wouldn't have found his destiny. He wouldn't have been able to make it there.
Well, let me tell y'all this. Don't get caught up like Judas, you hear me? That's all I can tell you. Cause boy, look here, but anyway, listen, man, I ain't trying to go there. We got 4 minutes, you hear me? And so with these 4 minutes, I most definitely want to remind you all that you can always find us at action1media.com, and that is action1media.com on everything.
Action One Media.
Everything. If you got a website to them, if you got some internet connected to it, they own it, and that's where you can find us. Most definitely, don't sleep on them. They are in the mix. For real. That's matter of fact, they are in the action. You know, most definitely. Shout out my boy J-Dab, man. Hope to see you soon, brother. Most definitely shout out to Real Worship Center. If you're not doing nothing tomorrow, man, come through, man. Get a word. Shout out to the Bishop Bolden, man, the one and only CD Bolden. We'll be at the Real Worship Center. That service time is
Sunday schools kind of starts around 9:30.
So I tell you what, just pull up about 9 o'clock. And get your word, and I guarantee it is a service that you will not forget. We don't have church like regular people. We praise and we worship and we do it for real. You know what I'm saying? We cater to the people and not just to the, you understand what I'm saying? To the movement. We ain't caught up in all of that. You know, and most definitely, man, I want to shout out the one and only Molly B for being here again, holding it down. You know, shout out to everybody that is, man, holding us down and rocking with us, man. This is 14th episode, man. We going in. You hear what I'm saying? We've been doing this for a minute. I mean, shout out to the Action One Media team. Shout out to IMF Media. Shout out to Destiny Shine Records. Man, shout out to the women that'll be here next Saturday. Irma Harper, Misty Early, Cat Catrice Jones, Lakeisha Earls, and so many others. I mean, man, the studio gonna be packed next Saturday. So y'all most definitely be here and y'all make room because it's gonna go down. And last but not least, before we get off the air, I want y'all to say hello to the one and only.
Miss Samara, say something while we on that. She a little shy, y'all, and that's all right. But guess what? She will get better with it over time because I was very shy. I didn't know what to say. I forgot how to say hey for a second, you know. So, you know, it'll come, you know, it'll come naturally. She got it in her. So I just hope that, you know, I am able to plant a seed in her life by doing this so that, you know, doors can be opening for her so she can say, well, I know how to do this. I know how to do this. I know how that go. I know how this go, you know. She's only 9. So, you know, I just pray and hope that, you know, a seed was planted.
She getting there, most definitely. Man, shout out to all our supporters. Also, I don't want to forget. I feel like I'm missing somebody. Man, just shout out to everyone that keeps us in their prayers, most definitely.
Well, I don't know if I heard you shout out the one and only, you know, the Lord.
Oh, man, come on, man. Without him,
you
where would we be?
You said you was missing someone, and I was feeling like,
yeah,
you
well,
know,
okay, well, hey, well, like Molly B said, man, we're going to shout out the Lord, you hear me? Now, when you shout him out, I can't say nobody else after that. I mean, that's like, you know, that's like when somebody wrecked the mic. You just can't go behind that. So, look here, on that note, we out of here. Stay tuned. Next Saturday, we will be here. It's going down, and hopefully J-Dab will be in the building.
Yes. Hope you feel better, Jay, but I'm keeping your seat warm like always. I got to keep y'all seats warm.
Peace, bro. I tune right. Tune action.
Dabbing on the real. Dabbing on it. Dabbing on it. Dabbing on it.
dabbing on the real, yeah, we dabbing on the real, dabbing on the real, say we dabbing on the real, dabbing on the real with J dabbing so real, and then we touching on the real, telling it how it is. Catch us at noon, Saturday's when it is. Hottest hip hop plus gospel business in the mix, telling the truth. Out here reaching the old as well as the youth. Pull up for a second, now give us an hour. Chopping game on the real, receiving glory and power. Pull up for a second, now give us an hour. Chopping game on the real, receiving glory and power. Cause we dabbing on the real.